what's up? Peace. This is DJ NDG in the Groove, and I'm making this short tutorial for putting this on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, DJ in the Groove, and basically showing this in real time, unedited. So everything's gonna be from beginning to end. Hopefully, I don't mess this video up. I'm actually using Pivo for the very first time, and I'm using my iPhone 13 Pro Max. Again, everything's unedited, so please bear with me. So I try to make my videos from the beginning to the end without any interruptions whatsoever. And I am not a professional videographer by any means. I am a professional truck driver, been truck driving since I was 12, amongst other things that I was taught, educated from school and so forth. My number one love is passion is music. And along with that music, eventually in 86, at age 14, I became a DJ. And with time, just like fine wine, ages, gets better with time. That's what happened with me. I literally started with humble equipment, realistic everything, mixers, turntables, everything else. That I've been through just about all types of equipment, all types of brands. Ultimately, the last brand that I fell in love with was Denon, and it was kind of hard because coming from using techniques for almost 2 or 3 decades, I think. I had no choice but to start over because I took off on vacation, so to speak, for quite some time. And during that time, all of my DJ equipment and 3 decades worth of vinyl was stolen from me. So yeah, I had to start all the way from scratch. And that was one of the hardest things in life that I ever went through. There's no worse feeling. All of my collection, the majority, a good solid 95% of it still sounded brand new. I would always condition on my vinyl. And yeah, the Techniques 1210s never gave me any problems. So whoever in the hell stole them, they got lucky. All I could ever hope for and pray for after the fact is that they took care of it just like I did. Which, I'm pretty sure they didn't, but whatever. It's water under the bridge. Fast forward to 2019, after getting home, it took me a few years to make up my mind and muster up whatever I could, as far as money, to be able to get all my stuff back, little by little, speakers, a whole system. And one of the systems that actually helped me out, to achieve that and still achieving dreams, even being blessed with way more music than I never ever thought I could ever have, was the Denon Prime 4 unit when that came out. Honestly, it was a toss-up between one of the new marks that actually had the motorized platters, which I think was a NS7 or something like that. Obviously, there was 2 or 3 Pioneer decks that I wanted, but obviously I couldn't afford it. At that time, I couldn't. And then the MCX 8000 from Denon was coming out, or was already out. But I had heard rumors that, there was some issues with it, especially the screen overheating. So at that time, the Denon Prime 4 came out, and I was blessed and fortunate enough to be the first, if not one of the first ones, to actually get it after its much anticipated and waited release date, which was early in 2019, which ultimately, was towards the end of 2019. And then COVID hit, and yeah, that didn't make things any better. But it did for me because it allowed me to learn the digital DJing, especially Serato, because I learned how to use Serato and Virtual DJ maybe about weeks, if not a month or 2 months or 3 months after the fact, after I purchased my Denon Prime 4 in late August, early October. And it was all good, learning everything from scratch. Even the PCs that I had, which were all Windows. unfortunately for me at the time, because I didn't have anybody teaching me all these things. I had to learn everything from scratch, just like when it was the first day that I learned how to DJ. Nobody was there to give me any pointers or anything like that, you know. I don't know if that's just a thing here in Dallas, Texas, but even today, fortunately for me, I've lost some pretty good DJ friends of mine that I actually, we always used to DJ at each other's bedrooms. Some of them went to the radio, some of them stayed in clubs, some of them actually got famous and are traveling the world right now, which is good for them, you know. I've had to bury a couple of my good DJ friends, and you know, it's unfortunate. You know, they're dearly missed. So, anyways, let's flash forward, and I'm gonna see if I can control my pivot with this, which pivot is nice. I'm liking it. And this is my Prime 4 unit, and the reason that I'm doing the whole deal with my caps, which I got from DJ Tools, DJ Tech Tools, is because of this. My fader cap is actually broken. It was broken because some people were trying to help me a long time ago. They were in a hurry, rushing, and a couple of my knobs, they were all kind of messed up. So, I was on the hunt for this fader, and I didn't have any luck because even Denon didn't have it. Like I said, COVID has really put a damper on a bunch of stuff. And so anyways, upon doing that, I stumbled onto DJ Tech Tools, the Chroma, caps and all this and that, the Chroma, Chroma cables. And I didn't know that they offered, these other, deals at their disposal, which were the caps. I needed caps, and then I saw that they could actually do the whole thing. So I was like, okay, well, sooner or later I'm going to replace, or not replace, but skin this, or I'm going to wrap it. And I'm actually waiting for my 12-inch skins to get here, which will be sometime early next week, I'm hoping. And anyways, from their website, I decided to go with a mixture of the gold and chrome metallic caps, rather than just, the old boring regular black standard caps that came with my Denon. So I try to do some research, and unfortunately the Denon doesn't really have too much stuff out there, and I try to do whatever I can on my disposal to be able to help, so that I can get a lot of people knowledgeable as to what's going on with the Prime 4. And honestly, I mean, it's not a bad controller. I actually love it. So it's very user friendly. I didn't know anything about this digital DJ stuff, and you can imagine being thrown from the old analog style for decades, and then all of a sudden, bam, catapulted into the brand new digital stuff, where you're actually owning it instead of having the privilege to be able to use somebody else's stuff just every once in a while, and you're not really learning. They're only teaching you whatever it is that you can actually use, which is just a basic function, versus getting your own, and then you learn how to use everything and what everything stands for. Again, had it not been for this, I would have never learned how to use Serato. Had it not been for comments made on YouTube from the worldwide famous DJ Cuber, I would have never got into virtual DJing. So I'm grateful and thankful for all of them. And DJ Rachel, she's the reason that I got my Entour Chill. My Chavez, the wireless DeFi, system for the DMX lights. And so without further ado, let me see if I can follow what I saw on YouTube in regards to DJ Tech's Chroma caps when they were installed on Reigns, on Pioneers. I think I even saw maybe some new marks, but there's not really too many people putting this out there. So please bear with me. I'm gonna do this in real time, and let's get it going. One of the things that I was told, or shown rather, on YouTube was to put all my knobs to the zero, point, which would be to my left, and all of them. There's only like eight of these knobs that they're not gonna turn, because they're just effect knobs. So we're gonna keep them however they are and just keep them that way. All right. So upon opening up my package, this is what comes in there. That's what they call the Chroma or Luma caps. Make sure you leave space. Here's a pro tip: put a thick card. Business cards work the best between your gear and the cap when installing it. Just make sure that you don't push the caps down too hard, which might cause the cap to rub against the face of your gear. Oh man. Okay, so I've got a business card here. I'm actually gonna have to probably use two because, yeah, as reference, I'm gonna use my cards, business cards. That's triple D. All right, so it gives you, some pointers. All right, and then it gives me everything that came with it, which, if you can see here, yeah, it's a whole, altogether, I think I have, I don't know, maybe 50 caps. So, let's see. The bad thing is that I was hoping it would be embedded in some kind of plastic deal, but they're not. Alright, so I'm just gonna have to figure out exactly where all these caps are. And these are a little bit bigger, so I'm assuming these are gonna go here. Alright, these little ones I'm assuming are gonna go here. I hope. When you go here. Gold and silver is what I got. Oh, okay. This is my fader. Alright, I'm liking this fader already. I'm not gonna push down on them too much because, like I said, I'm actually waiting for my skins to come in. I'm trying to see if these are all the same. Just gonna put them side by side. I believe that the top ones are the ones that I ordered that should be gold. I'm actually liking the look of it. What I'm hating is that they were not labeled like they are when you purchase them off, online. But, that's not too big of a deal. So these don't have a whatchamacallit. I'm pretty sure these are going to be for my effects. I'm hoping that, I get all this done the right way. Okay. And it's a lot of caps. A lot of caps. trying to make sure that I've got them spaced out where they have to go. I don't screw them up. Some have markers, some don't have markers. I'm assuming that the ones that don't have markers, those are going to be the ones that are for my effects. I'll find out right now because there's only eight effects knobs. Now what's going to be the trick here is going to be the faders. I mean, not the faders. The pitch. Because this one has like a different style than what was given to me on the Chroma caps. So far, so good. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so this goes here. I don't know if they would have given me some extra caps. I don't know, I could be wrong. So there's a lot of other methods to doing all this. I know some people have spaced them out on a table. But just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to go ahead and space each and every one of them out. And I'm going to verify to see this is what goes where it's supposed to go. What I am noticing right now is that the cap's diameter is a lot thicker than my original ones. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but at least, you know, I'm looking at it right now and it's gonna look pretty badass when I'm done with it. I can just imagine what it's gonna look like when I put the Alright, so I got 3 more knobs here, but I don't know if they're expecting me to replace these original knobs that are already chromed out or what. Or they just sent me some extra knobs. Well, okay, if they did, this wouldn't make any sense to have a marker on these ones. Okay, so I'm guessing these are going to be extra caps, unless this one goes to this one. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Good thing is that, let's see. This don't seem to go to this. Could use this here. Yeah, I could. Honestly, I could. No matter what, I'm going to keep my original caps, just in case I happen to screw up. Right now, I'm liking the way that it's looking. So let me go ahead and start taking all these out. Okay, so I'm guessing these I'm not gonna be able to replace. They seem to be a little bit wider. Yes, they seem, yeah, they're wider. So I'm gonna have to just leave the pitch ones on here. Well, I'm just gonna have to call them, see what's going on. If anything, I mean, I can keep them as spares. I'm ensuring that I don't go too far down. Okay, so I'm being very careful. I should have brought my light over here. And the reason that you want to be careful and cautious with this is that you don't want to press down and then you're going to be out of there if you press down. So, you know what? Let me see about getting my light over here because I'm going to need it. All right. Now that looks a little better. Okay. Yep, that's a little better. All right. So here's the little bitty notch. And this is what you're putting inside here in the center. Now that I got light, it's gonna be difficult for me to see. The only thing is trying to press down on it, trying to get it centered. And once you press down on it, you should be good. Okay. So far, these are not, too bad. All right, there it goes. They don't feel too bad. I'm hoping that I'm actually putting these where they go. I'm saving all my old fader knobs. And these two, they should have been here, but they're not gonna work. They're a little too wide. Too wide. By that much. So I can't even use these here if I wanted to. Let me see, can I? Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, it would look cool, but I'm not gonna be able to. So I'm gonna see about reaching out to them. These are going to just be my spares for right now. Alright, cool. So far, so good. Alright, so I'm gonna go, now that I'm already started, from here on up. So I have everything towards the cutoff point. This should make it easier to put these in because they have the lines on it. Good thing about mine is that they actually stop, so I don't have to do the whole card thing. Yep, everything is good. So far, so good. Okay, alright, so I'm missing 2 of these. Okay, that was my mistake. I think we have these here. No. Okay, so I'm missing 2 knobs. Oh, no. I am so true. It's been a long night. Okay, here it is. Been a long day. Okay, everything's looking good. These are fitting perfect. These knobs right here, they're kind of in flush, below the flush point. Yep, it's lining up perfect. Yep, perfect. So far it's looking pretty nice. I'm actually liking the look. And they're fitting real good, real snug. The way that I was taught to do it on watching other DJs do their setup is actually pretty good. Makes it a lot easier. And I don't want to really press down on them too much because, like I said, I'm waiting for my 12-inch skins, wrap to get here for my Prime 4 controller, which sometime by the next week I should be able to have that. And I'm also going to do a video on it, real time, and wrap that because I didn't see too much on the Prime 4 as well on it. So far, so good. Beautiful. Just wish I could actually use it for these. I don't know. I might end up keeping them there and just bite the bullet. No, but they stick too much, just rubbing. Oh man, okay. So far so good, people. Bear with me. Alright, everything's looking good, it's looking nice. Alright. Okay, cool. Just go ahead and take them off. Do them one by one. I'm assuming, going under the assumption that I'm gonna do it good. And so far, everything's right on point. So far, so good. The only issues right now that I'm having is just the fact that I can't use these for my pitch. They're just a little too wide. Yeah, a little too wide. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just leave the pitch bends alone for now. These ones really don't matter how they go because it doesn't have a mark. Like I said, these are just the function ones, the effects. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So what I'm doing with these is that there's a way that you can get it to where the notch are all facing down. And I'm putting these right there where the notch is, right in between, face down. So all of them are being installed the same. Basically, it's my imaginary zero. Even though, like I said, these do not stop because they are the effect knobs. So the majority of effect knobs, they never stop. They just have a continuous turn. And so far, so good. To be honest with you, it's looking pretty damn nice. I figured I did the do the golden chrome type deal mitts. Let's see, I'm gonna show you one of these deals. One of the reasons that I replaced some of these and went ahead. My original caps, they have a little line on it, a marker. This one was broken because, again, people are trying to help you, and it's all good. I mean, their heart's in the right place. But it's better to put up your own stuff. Not to hurt anybody's feelings, but that's just what it is. So I'm making sure that my markers are from infinity, which would be 0, to its highest mark, and the marks are lining up perfectly. Everything's good. I am taking my time because this is my first time doing this, so I don't want to screw it up. And I'm testing each and every one, and yep, I'm assuring that I'm replacing the knob in its proper place. So yeah, everything's lining up perfect. Where I have to be at my 90 degrees, it's good. If I have to go, you know, to the 180, the 0, it's good. So far, it's looking good. These are for the mic controls that I'm replacing right now. I'm gonna show y'all once I'm done. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with these knobs. And I like the fact that, you know, if you take care of your stuff, you're not gonna have that hard of a time, I guess. I see some people on the videos that they had that it was kind of hard, you know, for them to take off their knobs. For me, it's not been that case so far, and I'm almost finished. Yep, everything's lining up the way it's supposed to. Cool. I'm very impressed. It's looking damn good right now. The most important is the master volume. I want to ensure that this is going on perfect. And yep, sure enough, it's good. I'm gonna go ahead and take the final 3 knobs off. Rule of advice, if they turn real easy like they're doing on mine, when you kick off the knob, it's going to turn a little bit, so ensure that you actually have it turned down to the 0 spot before inserting the cap. If not, the cap's going to be off. Yep, everything's good. The ones that I'm replacing right now are the top ones, which happens to be for the zone control and the booth. Mines go inside the hole, they go flush or below the flush line, if you will. There's no scraping. Even though for some reason these caps look a little bit thicker than the originals, there's no scraping whatsoever along the side of the inner opening of my controller. And wow, I gotta say, it makes one hell of a difference. Let me see if we can zoom in. I don't know if we can zoom in on a Pivo, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. I'm gonna show you. So this is my Denon Prime 4, and this is what it looks like with the knobs. Very beautiful. Very beautiful indeed. These ones are the ones that, you know, were supposed to go here, and they would make one hell of a difference too. But, you know, this is what it looks like. And there you have it. Chroma caps came through. The only issue I have is just these. These are just a little too wide. If you can see, it's a little bit too wide. So if I were to put these here, it's not even gonna be flushed down. So it's not even worth it for me to try to put these in. If anything, there'll be spare caps. Or I can reach out to them and see if they can, I don't know, they probably forgot to put this on the pack or what. But yeah, there you have it. Not too bad. It makes a big difference, to be honest with you. Yep, it makes a big difference. Put it back right here on my people. I'm gonna be ready to end this video, and that's it for today. Thanks a lot. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll be bringing some more videos of other things that I'm going to get in the near future, which will be my Rain 72 mixer, along with a pair of LC Denon 6000 media players. I think this is a big deal that's been going on, where if you buy the Rain 72 mixer, they throw in like $2,000, or yeah, it's a two grand worth of Denon media players for free. And that works real good with mine, since I have a 4-channel. When I connect them here, instead of having to switch back and forth decks, I can actually scratch 2 and 2, which would be almost identical to my 4 turntable configuration of the Techniques a while back. And what else? I'll be bringing you some videos on my On-Tour Chill from ADJ, along with its fog juice, which is, you know, what they recommend, the low-lying fog juice for it. A little bit more on Sound Switch, Engine OS. The latest version as of today is 2.2.2. And other cool things, like I said, the 12-inch skins wrap that I'm getting for this is going to be silver metallic. So I'm really, now that I see how it looks like the way I got it, you know, gold and chrome, I'm really like excited to see how that's gonna turn out. And also the Alto wireless system, the Pro, for the speakers. That got me a set of those, which, you know, for right now, 2 transmitters I think is all I need. Those are my 2 mains. Later on, if things get better, then I'll end up having to purchase more. And everything, I'm getting this, you know, from Zounds. The 12-inch skins, obviously, from 12-inch skins. And later on, I'm trying to decide who I'm gonna go with, you know, for my laptop, my Dell Precision 5750, to see if I'm gonna go with Sticker Light, or I forget what the other company is that I barely found out, City Light or something like that, which is kind of cool. So peace out. Thanks a lot, y'all. God bless.